Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sid and you're watching Sid Book Reviewer. So a few weeks ago I read a book on digital marketing and personal branding, and I started implementing those things in my personal life, in personal and professional life of course, and I started to see results coming out of it. So I thought it's quite powerful and I should really share this book with you guys. So today I'm going to talk about that book and my experiences with that book. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the book that I read was Personal Branding, Storytelling and Beyond by Dr. Amit Nagpal and Dr. Prakash Hindustani. So Amit Nagpal sir has been my mentor since last 2 years, and he has guided me a lot throughout this journey, and he still does that. So I bought this book few weeks ago and I started reading it. So this book basically comes into the genre of academic self-help book, if you can say. The book is, as the name suggests, on personal branding, storytelling and beyond, how you can create your personal brand using social media, and how you can enhance your online presence and attract like-minded people. The book is basically divided into 60 chapters, each and every chapter talking about a different aspect of storytelling, social media, personal branding, and there are a lot of topics that are being discussed in this book. Of course, I'm not going to go in much detail, otherwise this video will go on for 1 hour, 2 hours. I'm not really sure how long, but yes, I'll keep it brief and short. So there have been a lot of misconceptions about social media, which this book breaks. So I thought that when people say social media, only Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is there, that's all. But no, there are a lot of other platforms that are there when it comes to social media, or when it comes to creating your online presence, like Quora, LinkedIn, SlideShare. So all these platforms are really important. Of course, it depends on what type of image you wanna create, and accordingly you have to choose the right set of platform, which again I didn't knew. There are certain set of people that you will find on Facebook. There are certain set of people you will find using LinkedIn or Twitter or Quora or SlideShare. So accordingly, it depends on what sort of profile you want to really create, what sort of business you really want to attract, what sort of people you really want to get in touch with. So accordingly, you have to work on that profile. And another misconception that this book really broke for me was that it takes time. Of course, it takes time. It does not happen overnight. It does not happen in few days, which I really wanted it to happen. So I have realized it takes time, and which is fine, because everything which is developed over a period of time is going to stay for a longer period of time. That is what I have realized. So yes, talking about this book basically talks a little bit about social media and more about personal branding, how you can do that through different ways. What are minute details that you really need to take care of while creating a personal brand. Of course, this applies to individuals and to brands, products, businesses, whomsoever want to do it. They can take advantage of this digitalization and can use it to maximize their profit, success, presence, or whatever it is that they want. As an individual, I really wanted to create an impression. I really want to create my presence on social media, wherein I want to be known for being book reviewer, someone having keen interest in books, someone who is also into digital marketing, someone who is into marketing, someone who is into HR professional, now since into HR. So I really want to have this mixed sort of profile, and this book really helped me to clear my mind how I can do that, which is the best thing that can happen to anybody, because in this a lot of content is being generated with a very rapid pace. People have actually lost their attention power. So it's really hard to make an impact on an individual. It's really hard to attract people with the right mindset. The book has fairly a lot of ideas, a lot of insights, sort of facts of how we can do that, following certain rules, certain procedures. But of course, having said that, there is a high need. Having said that, content which is genuine, which is original, which is heart touching, which is relatable is what is going to go viral. So another point that is being talked about in this book is of storytelling. So storytelling is basically, you know, presenting your story or presenting something in a way of a story. We have grown up listening to a lot of stories, and human mind is actually more receptive to a story than someone you know, plainly telling something. So the book tells how we can use the power of storytelling in our content, in while sharing the content on social media. So that is really an insightful part of the book. And of course, going beyond that, so when I say, or when the author say going beyond storytelling, it basically means creating relationships, creating bonds which are more substantial, which are more concrete than with the people whom you meet physically. So people feel that when you're connecting with people online or through social media, the bond is not that strong, but that's not true. You often make very strong bonds with the people you meet on internet. The book has tons and tons of life examples wherein the authors have shared their personal life experiences. They have shared what is actually happening in the market and substantiated with a lot of examples again. So the book is quite an insightful read. Yes, talking about the language, it's very simplistic. Even someone from a non-digital background can understand it. Someone who really wants to get into personal branding or social media can you know, read this book, and I'm sure it will turn out to be quite an insightful book. And apart from that, if someone is looking forward to you know, have a proper online presence in terms of professionally, you know, building an online reputation, that of course this book can again come handy. There are a lot of things that are there in this book which we usually ignore, like for example the signature of your email. I never really took it seriously until recently when I read this book. So I realized that it also plays a very important role. Your email signature tells a lot about you and your professional ethics and about your professional image online. So there are very minute things that you really need to take care of. If you really want to have online presence, if you want to get into personal branding, if you really like the idea of storytelling and you want to go beyond that by creating strong bonds through internet, through social media, I think this is the book you need to read. That's all for today, guys. I hope you like this video and this book. The book is very informational and insightful, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It has a lot of inspirational things in it as well, which keeps you driving through the book. So there's no need, so you don't feel actually bored while reading this book. So do read it and please share your views with me about this book. If you wish to connect with me on social media, the links are down below in the description box and they will also come on screen now.